I finally splurged the other week and got myself some of my nice whiskey.
Damn. Tangerine.
Bullet bourbon. Ever have it?
Nope.
What
It's like
proof is it?
Like 80 something.
Oh shit.
Most
shit.
whiskey is like 80. But it's top shelf glass bottle with like the rounded thing with a little cork that you can pull out.
Yeah.
I love the sound of pulling corks off of bottles like that. So satisfying. No, it's usually like a fucking $40 bottle for just a little bottle. It's like $70 for the big bottle.
Jesus.
But it was on sale for like $25 for the little one.
Jaeger was. I got like the jumbo bottle, and it was
Yeah.
like $85.
Jesus Christ.
I bought it though, and we drank it all in one night. It was a good night.
You're crazy. Jesus Christ, we look like alcoholics.
I mean,
We look colorful
we
today.
Yeah, look at where we live, I guess. This looks like a sponsor.
Hey, I fuck with it.
All right.
what do you fellas feel like getting into today?
Well,
I don't know. How long has it been since we recorded last?
it has actually been. So I asked Xavier for the date for our slate board, and I was like, "Hey, what's the date?" I knew it was March, and he's like, "Oh, the 5th." And I was like, "You're kidding me, right? Is that actually the 5th?" And he's
The
like,
5th
"Yeah,
exactly.
the 5th exactly." Apparently, we recorded our last episode on February 5th, exactly a month ago, and that was not planned.
Damn.
And it's March 5th.
It's March 5th, yeah.
What the?
So I guess
Yeah,
this is
the
a
month
once-a-month
exactly.
thing right now.
It's almost like it was supposed to happen.
I
that
know,
way.
right? It's like we could have done it last week, but we didn't. But now we're doing
Yeah.
it this week, and it's just like happened to be an exact month, which that's pretty
Do
crazy.
you not
to
feel
me.
good though? Like I feel good right now.
I feel pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm ready.
I
Like,
feel a lot
I
better
know.
than yesterday, that's for sure.
Yeah,
So I
every
told,
day's a better
I told
day.
you, but
Yeah,
I didn't tell
whatever.
you yet.
boy.
Okay, so I've been donating plasma, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm saving up for a PC so I can edit this whole thing a lot better, and so I can stream and shit. So I'm saving for a PC, so I'm donating my fluids, my bodily fluids, because it's pretty good. Well, okay, all right, my arm bodily fluids, all right.
How much do you charge?
Dude, I get like $100 every 40 minutes. It's pretty great.
You're cheap.
You got a budget, then, boy. Goddamn. No, but since you have experience doing it, have you ever had a
Yeah.
bad experience yet?
A bad donation
Yeah.
of
Like-
plasma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. I had one.
What
where, like,
happened to you?
I had one where like I'm just like chilling over here,
Yeah.
and the lady's like attending to this older guy, and he's like taking his sweet time, and I'm just over here. The needles just like slowly slid the wrong way, and I'm just spilling blood all down my arm and shit.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I
This is,
had
like,
it happen as
after-
a kid.
This was like after you were done donating, or like
No,
midway
this
through?
was like mid donation.
Really. It just
Actually, no, I had like maybe 100 milliliters left to give, so I was ready to fucking go home. And
Yeah.
I was already getting cold. You know how you kind of get cold because you're losing on
Yeah,
your
yeah.
plasma. Like, yeah, I was already over it, and I'm just bleeding out of my arm here.
Damn.
And I'm like,
Did it hurt?
I feel like pain. It's all in your head. Like in that
For sure.
particular scenario, if I would have just freaked the fuck out, it definitely would have hurt.
Yeah.
But like with a fat ass needle in your arm, if you just stay still, you'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what happened to me, right, is this is like my 6th time doing it, so I'm still relatively new.
First one, I'll tell you.
And you drive a stick shift too, so do you have a preference on your arm? I usually do my left one, so I don't have to shift with the sore one. Like if they
Wait,
donate,
explain. Like
if they
your
donate,
shifter is on your right side. No?
yeah. So if I donate with my left one,
Oh, like okay,
yeah, because
preference
like
to
the
which arm?
gauze that they put on kind of restricts your movement a little bit. And
Yeah,
it kinda
yeah,
hurts.
yeah.
So I didn't want to shift with that. So I usually do my left arm because I'm like,
Right.
well, I can just hold my hand there to steer.
Right.
So, and I've done my left one like most of the time. Only did my right one once before. So they go to do the left one as normal, right?
Yep.
This dude, I was reading his tag. I always read their tags, and he's like,
Their
"Oh,
name tag.
senior plasma dude." I'm like, "All right, well, he's done this before, I'd hope."
Yeah, he's got some experience, right?
So I watch everything up until they put it in. I just look away just because I don't like to watch the actual insertion. Like it doesn't hurt that much. I just don't like watching it because I don't want to
Sure.
know exactly when he's gonna put it in. All right. Okay, guys. All right.
Oh boy.
Mine's out of the gutter here. So I looked away, and it hurt as much as it normally does.
Sure.
And I didn't realize anything was wrong until the dude went oh shit. I looked back and I was like, what? And I was next to like one of the walls. So I looked back and my blood was splattered all across the wall.
Like
and,
dead as?
Yeah, and was just dripping down my arm, like onto like my sweatpants are stained now because like I was sitting in my own blood. And dude's like, oh fuck. Like actually at first he's like, shit, you okay, bro? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
And then he was like,
pulling my own blood here.
He's like, hey Leslie, I have a question. Then he ran, got some gauze, like wrapped it up, and I was like, oh, I'm just bleeding out over here. That's cool. Like, I guess the dude, like, he put it in, and then he, like, I don't know, I guess they back it out a little bit. Like, they stick it in, they back it out.
Restrict the vein itself.
Right. And he backed it out too far, and it popped out, and the tip just sprayed all the way across the wall. And I was just bleeding from my arm. Yeah.
So it shot from your arm or the needle?
Probably both, but I think from the needle because the needle got pressurized because it was like sucking it in, and then he pulled it out and it just. And then I was bleeding from my arm profusely. But I guess since he didn't actually hook it up to the machine, like let like the scissor thing go to like actually let the blood go to the machine, they were like, all right, well we're gonna do your other arm now. I was like, okay.
Yeah, just cough up the right.
Yeah, if it went to the machine though, I would have been done. But I'm pretty sure if they poke you, you get paid regardless.
Yeah, I heard something like
Yeah.
that. But I think if it's an incomplete donation, it's only like $20 or some shit.
Is it?
Yeah, because I had a referral bonus one time because they had to push me back because I think my iron was too low that day or some shit.
Well, okay, that's different. But I feel like if they fuck it up, you'd still get paid because like he
Like the
totally
full
fucked
amount?
that up. Yeah, because I was totally fine. My iron was fine. He just fucking pulled it out wrong. He's like, oh shit, that never happened to me before.
Wow.
He's like,
All
it's the first time.
All
I was like,
right.
well, I'm glad I could be your first, sir. He was pretty cool, and he did the other arm, and he was fine. But yeah, I was just like, oh, that's not what I expected today. That's
He'll remember you forever.
I hopefully.
Yeah, verse first.
And now I had the 2 bandages on both arms yesterday. I was like, oh, okay. Driving home like. So.
You still want to donate plasma, Keegan?
Nah, I don't know.
It's not bad. It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt is the thing.
It's not the pain for me. It's just.
Honestly, the weirdest sensation is how warm your blood is. Like, because, like, you cut your finger, you've had blood.
Right.
Like, if you've ever had blood pumping out of your vein, out of your arm. Like,
it's 98 degrees.
Yeah, it's fucking hot. You're like, oh, that's warm. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I guess it's good it's warm. It means
Give a little taste test.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ. I think we should put a content warning on this one, at
Yeah.
least for this first section.
Just like a little
Disclaimer.
a little graphic at first.
Yeah, just graphic content. Because I know some people that really just cannot stomach blood, like, whatsoever.
That's true.
Even talking about it or
no.
listening to it?
My old
Really?
roommate was like that. He like cut his finger once, like with a knife, like cooking food, and he's like, "Oh shit, I have to bandage this," and it was bleeding relatively bad, but it wasn't like the worst thing. And he just could not even look at it. So I'm like, I can't wait to tell him that story of what happened to me. He's like, "Oh, I'd pass out."
Like, what, bro? You're not dead, dog?
Yeah. So apparently, I wasn't sure if I was afraid of blood, but I'm not. Apparently, I was literally
Yeah,
weirdly
it's really not
calm.
that bad.
I looked back and I was like just bleeding on my arm. I'm like, "Oh, you okay, bro?" Yeah. No, it was. Yeah, I'm fine.
Want to clean this up?
Yeah. I was like, can you loosen this? My arm, I can't feel it.
It's too tight.
Yeah. Well, because they
Well, 'cause
had the cuff,
Yep.
but like while I was bleeding, they didn't like, because he was panicking, he didn't undo the cuff, so my arm was just turning purple. I'm like, ow, I'm bleeding and I can't feel my arm. And she's like, oh shit. So. Yeah, but all was good. So I was a little tired yesterday, so I didn't get as much stuff done as I wanted to. But
all that to say, right?
yeah, I mean, it's all right. I mean, I guess that's fair. I mean, I was literally stabbed in the arm, so.
Poked.
So,
Poked.
what about you guys? How was your Saturday?
Whoa. Sorry.
Calm down there.
I didn't really do too much.
We were on a party last night.
Yeah, we did join a party, Xbox party last night.
What'd you guys do? Play Back for Blood?
Nah, we were just.
That was you.
No. Oh yeah, you're right. It was me.
No.
Oh, you were playing?
Well, we had to go to the what do we call that? The CIA black site.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a
We were out
mandatory meeting at the black site yesterday.
A 5-hour meeting.
Yeah,
Real nice.
Mandatory.
mandatory. At least we got paid for it. I mean, we get salary, so I mean, it's you get paid no matter what. But you know, sometimes you gotta give up your weekends. You know what I mean? But
It's not the worst.
it's not. It's not.
I wasn't doing shit anyway.
Bro, you low key gotta hop on Wo Long, bro.
What the hell is that?
All right, that sounded wild as fuck. When I said it, but,
Wo
like, it's this new game on Game Pass, bro. I created my own samurai, dude.
Really?
What?
Hell
Is
yeah,
it a big
bro.
game or is it a?
I was like, what, 50? It was like 50 gigs.
Oh, okay, and it's free.
What kind of game?
Yeah,
is it?
bro. It's like a samurai RPG, bro. It was going nuts. I'm still like stuck on the first boss.
Third
low-key.
person, or is it like pixelated, or is it?
No, it's like
kinda-
third person. It's like it literally looks like the Xbox version of like Sekiro or something. Wait, no, Sekiro came for both platforms.
Yeah,
I'm tripping.
that's everything.
No, it looks more like an online version of Sekiro or something.
I'm trying to find like
It's like online. It's like a
Yeah, like me and Deshaun are gonna run a party as soon as my fucking dumbass figures out how to get past the first boss.
It's fair.
why you can't play multiplayer unless you get.
Probably
That's-
tutorial.
Well, I mean,
tutorial
you-
stage. is what it
Yeah,
is.
I think I'm stuck in a tutorial right now.
It's third. You said it was third person.
He said it was third.
Yeah,
you-
it's
you
it's
said
like
that?
third
I asked.
person. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's fucking fire so far, but like
Is it kind of like an Elden Ring?
yes,
Okay,
very much
okay.
Elden Ring, very much
Okay, so
difficult.
it is kind of like Sekiro in a way.
Yeah.
Do you have
Yeah,
like skill
literally.
points or like attributes that you can upgrade or?
Yeah, but I haven't really got to that point yet. I like
Yeah.
just started it last
Okay.
night.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
I was up till like 11:30, just going crazy.
I started playing Deathloop finally.
Bro, that
came-
shit crashes on my shit.
Oh, does it
I'm
really?
mad as fuck. Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
even
because
know
I don't
what it
have
is.
next gen.
Oh, it came out last year, and I've owned it for literally a year on disc, and I just have not touched it. But last weekend, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start Deathloop, and I'm only like an hour and a half in, but it's pretty good. I like it. It's by the same people that made Dishonored,
Mm.
and it's literally all about like you're this dude named Colt, and you wake up, you live the same day over and over, because it's like your goal is to break the loop, the death loop. And then this other girl, her name is Juliana, she's trying to kill you. If she
Yeah.
kills you, your day restarts.
Okay.
So she's just going to keep you trapped in this loop over and over. And you're trying to learn as much as you can before and like try to break the loop. Because if you have, there's this skill. So you can die twice. Like if you die by an enemy, you'll come back.
Right.
But if you die a third time, you lose everything in your inventory, and you have to
Ooh.
start the entire day over again. From
Kind of
the
like Minecraft.
Kinda in a way.
You know, explaining that reminds me of this one movie.
Day After Tomorrow,
I don't know.
Probably
I don't know
more
what it's
literally
called. I
like
just
Groundhog
remember
Day.
what it
or
was
that
about.
too. Yeah.
It was about like this guy that just kept dying over and over.
Tom Cruise.
I think so. Yeah.
It's Day After Tomorrow.
It
Yeah,
is
yeah.
not.
No,
Day
it's not. No,
After
it's not.
Tomorrow is the disaster
Oh, no,
movie,
it's
bro.
not. What
It's
is it?
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of
I
Tomorrow.
think.
Okay, sorry.
But he, like-
Forgive- I was close. Okay, I
I
was
was like,
close.
Dennis
like on a
Quaid,
mission.
bro.
Forgive me.
He's like on a mission to find whatever keeps the cycle going.
Yeah, I've always wanted to see that movie. I've never
watched
seen it. Is it
I
good?
forgot what the title is, but I know it's a very good movie.
It's Edge of
It's
Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow, yeah.
I knew it was something
Okay.
of
It's a
tomorrow.
good ass movie.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
Do you? Or have you died?
Shit.
Since we're still kind of on games, you guys fuck with Dead Island at all?
The newest one, is it out already?
No, but I wasn't sure if you knew about Dead Island as a game. So they just,
yeah.
like 2 days ago, they released like a 15-minute extended gameplay of Dead Island 2. And I was watching it this morning. Dude, it looks fucking fire. I'm not going to lie to you.
What's it about?
It's like a zombie game. So if you
Okay.
know what Dying Light is?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just like Dying Light.
Yeah, it's the
I'm
same
not
people
gonna
that
lie.
made
Okay.
Dying Light, but the first Dead Island was the the predecessor to Dying Light. So it was Dead Island 1 that came out like 2009.
It's pretty old.
Yeah,
I
really
don't know
old.
that much.
Doesn't hold up. And then Dying Light came out. They added like parkour, like more movement mechanics. Dead Island 2 was announced in 2016 as a sequel. So
Yeah.
instead of like on like this tropical beach, they moved it to California. And everyone was super excited. And then it went through development hell. And we thought it was just
Yeah.
silently canceled. Haven't heard anything in like 5 years. And then all of a sudden, like 3-4 months ago, it just came up out of nowhere. It's like, yeah, the game's still being made and it'll be out in April. So, but they
I
released.
feel like they were teasing it. Like they were teasing it shortly after Dying Light 2 came out. I think
They did, I think, too. Yeah, they did do that. Because like they came back after like 4 or 5 years of not saying anything, and just like, yep, it's still happening.
Yeah.
But like 2 days ago, they released an extended gameplay trailer, and it's really cool because they have this system to where it's a dismemberment system. So there's literally probably thousands of ways to dismember these zombies. So like you could like punch them, rip through their chests, like rip their skulls off,
the
like
fuck?
beat their skulls in. You
Yeah,
can
it's supposed to be
you
pretty
could
detailed
grab
this time.
different like parts, and like if they're like they'll melt off. Like if like you light them on fire or some
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
they'll melt. Like if you shoot like their legs, you'll like damage their specific limbs, and like you could shoot their legs off
What the
and shit.
fuck? That
Dude,
sounds
It
really
looks
good.
so cool. It looks literally so
And
fucking good.
Wait, what
And it's set-
console?
Probably next gen.
Next gen.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
PC. You have a PC.
Yeah.
My goal is to have my new PC built so I can stream it. It comes out the day
Mm.
after 420,
Nice.
April 21st.
I'm gonna be slumped.
Dude.
Not even gonna
You
lie
already
to you.
know.
I'm not calling to work that day.
Wait, work.
Yeah, work. We work at a CIA black site.
I don't like work.
Yeah, tell me about it, Keegan.
Well, it's very stressful for no reason.
Yeah,
We wake up. What time do we wake up every day? Well, as of
yeah.
lately,
we gotta be there at 7.
7,
So I wake up at like 6:30.
6:30 every morning, which it's not terrible. We're used to it, but do we want to do that forever? No. Another thing is, do we like the work that we do?
I think it's more so like what Xavier said before of like I don't want to spend my most productive hours doing what we do there.
I mean,
Like I'd rather be doing stuff like that, like editing this. You know what I mean?
Or making more videos,
Or making more videos, or getting
Yeah.
an income,
or
doing
traveling,
doing-
or
getting an income doing something I enjoy.
right.
Not saying that what we do isn't bad per se. Like it's all right, but it's not what I want to be
It's
doing in 10 years.
doable,
It's
but,
doable, yeah.
I don't know if I got another 10 years of it left in me. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know.
I
if
don't think
got
I have another
5.
year.
Yeah.
It's a whole other year.
Dude,
man.
I've done nothing but physical labor since like 17, and it sucks. I don't like doing it.
It's that bull work, man.
Luckily, I'm out of retail, and I'll fucking never go back to retail. I hate retail. Like, okay, no, I enjoyed it because I did
Yeah.
like throwing on a personality and like talking to all these different people, because it really, as an introvert, it
Yeah.
really helps get you out there and learn how to talk to people. And I can do that, and I did enjoy it a lot. But like, it's dead end. Doesn't pay good. You
Nope.
know, it doesn't do shit. Like I was a cashier, and I like doing it, but it's great as a high school job. But unfortunately, I'm not in high school anymore.
I feel like everybody should have. I feel like everybody should have retail of some kind, like at least some kind of customer service once in their life.
Or being a cashier, even like having some
Yeah, that's
interaction
right, yeah.
with people.
I think
Anything
it's
retail.
not. It's not just like. I feel like people need to learn what it's like to be on the other side of the counter. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if you've never held a retail job, it's pretty hard to understand that, you know, maybe this person you're yelling at has absolutely no control over the situation you're having a problem with.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? But if you've been on the other side of that counter, you know. And like,
Right.
and I think people that have been should probably refresh their memory. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, there's no reason to yell at our customer service people, man.
Exactly.
They're working for like way less.
Nothing.
For
Yeah.
dirt cheap.
And when I see, and you know, whenever I go to a gas station and shit, I always treat them like with like the utmost respect. 'Cause I'm like, yeah,
I swear to God.
I know where you're at. You know, low key though, I really
work
do
at
miss
Ace.
counting the money. Just like handling like paper money was just like, cause like when I was like in my prime, I was like really good at it. So I was like, oh, you need it's 12.42 is your change. I'm just like, grab this
Make
quarter,
it
this,
change.
and there you go, baby. Yeah.
Fucking
I
dirty.
used
That's
to. I was a cashier at a fast food place,
Were ya?
and I would hold like thousands of dollars in my hand every night, and
You're
it's
just
like,
mm.
oh, what if it was just mine?
nice. Yeah, my favorite part about one of the places I worked at is I had to count the safe every night, and it always had to be $1,100 in the safe. So I always, at the end of the night, I close out my shift, I shut the blinds so people can't see me, and I'm just sitting there listening to music or a podcast, and I'm just literally grabbing all. I loved organizing it. I liked making them all face the same way. I liked putting like hundreds, 50s, 10s, 20s, whatever. And I was like, I just really enjoyed doing that. I think it's just like an organization thing
It is.
for sure.
Yeah, like counting money, making sure everything's in place,
Right.
Pretty much any type of auditing can be really satisfying in that way.
Yeah.
'Cause that's kind of what you're doing.
I just wish it was my stacks of money on the table. Because I do miss that, but I don't miss doing the retail work.
Yeah. But that's kind of the thing though. Like, when you're working for like a major chain or anything like that, like I worked for a car wash.
Yeah.
Like, and I always wondered, like, where exactly does the money in the register go? Like, does it just go straight up to the building owner or like the branch manager or
like the actual like very specific bills that you get?
Well, no, I mean like
just,
who's
money and who's
getting paid, what's in the register, you know what I mean? Whose account is that going into?
That's a good question. I feel like just the companies as
the business
a whole,
account.
Yeah, business account, and then maybe then they digitally transfer it. I really don't know. I've never been that high
They always
up.
have to keep like a certain amount in the cashier.
Right.
Yeah, I guess to make change and shit.
Yeah, that's why it was 1,100 at my place, because it's like, well, the safe it has enough to where you can get change for mostly everything for like what people would get in a day, except for that one lady that would buy $300 of lotto tickets every day. But like if someone wanted to rob the place, be like, all right, yeah, man, here, take the $1,100. It ain't much, because we were always taught like if you're being robbed, give them the money. Just like it ain't worth it.
Don't
being
be a hero.
Yeah, just give them the fucking money. Just like, well, that shit's insured anyways. So, but
Did you ever come close?
to getting robbed?
Yeah.
No, no one ever wanted to rob me.
Damn. You look pretty robbable.
Do I? See, I was like the nicest attendant ever.
Really?
Yeah, I had some snowmobilers come in once, and literally I just said, "Hey, how's it going?" And they're like, "Wow, you are so nice." I'm like, well, I just said, "Hey, what?" I don't understand. And he's like, "Yeah, we went to the gas station down the street, and that guy was like a total dickhead. Like my wife went in to use the bathroom right away, and like I was just looking around, and he like came like storming on the bathroom. He's like, you can't be in there. The bathrooms are for customers only." I'm like, bro, like she had to go. We're getting gas outside. What the hell? And the dude was just an asshole. So they said, "Fuck you," and left. And then I just said, "Hey, how's it going?" And they just left me.
That's all it takes, man.
I know.
People
It's
get
crazy.
so mad.
Dude, it's people are so
I don't
stupid.
understand.
I don't get it. But
It doesn't make sense, man.
it's that push that we do. That's why we're doing this essentially. Well, we're trying to do it a lot more often than once a month, but we're doing this essentially once a month right now. We're finding the time. We're doing the grind as much as we can.
Still trying to get in the
money.
groove.
I finally have one of the clips done for not this episode, for the first episode. So at this point in time, there has been no episodes to release yet. But I'm hoping it's a Sunday right now. I'm hoping tomorrow I can get the first episode released. And I have one of the clips done, and you boys saw it. You both saw it, right?
Yep.
What do you think of it?
I love it.
Love
Except the fact that I think the background music.
I agree. I got to turn that up a little bit.
Yep.
But
There is background music in it?
there is. It's the thing on headphones. It's a lot louder, but when you play it off your phone, even if you
like
crank
off
your
the phone
volume up,
speaker.
it doesn't come through that much. So I'm gonna turn it up.
Okay, yeah.
I
Like
think-
in the mix, I guess.
Yeah. So I gotta do that. But apart from that, it's been a slow grind. The the theme song is essentially done. I only just need to add the talk box track to it now and play with the mixing a bit. But
Yeah.
I have to record the talk box. That's it. But everything else is done. I will show you both when we're done with this recording.
Fuck yeah.
And our logo, we
Logo, yeah. Did you get
Somewhat
anything
found-
Yeah,
drafted up yet?
Yeah, I got one scribbled up. You know what I'm saying? It's just I gotta enlarge it even more. And I don't know. It's a lot of pressure with like pen.
Sure.
Well, I don't know. I'm just.
Well, it doesn't have to be the cleanest. I can always clean it up in Photoshop.
Yeah, but
So-
like I just want it to come in properly. And you said like you liked like a 3D look to it because that's kind of what we're going for.
Sure.
And I'm realizing the larger you make it,
It's harder to.
it's a little more difficult than I
Sure,
anticipated.
that's
But
fine. I mean, we
Yeah.
could always do it without the 3D look for now too. Like that's
I don't know.
totally good too.
we'll figure it out.
We'll
I'll show
figure
you
it out.
guys
We'll
what
figure
I've
There,
been
there
working
will
on.
there will be something. Whether it's it's probably be a temporary logo at first, Well, there'll be something tomorrow on the first episode. So there will be something.
Yeah,
Like
just
I'm uploading tomorrow. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. We
We're
waited too
speaking
long.
it into the universe, man.
Chop.
Dude, chop chop. I know. People have been bugging us for so long. Like, oh, when's it coming? And literally, what that clip was talking about was like, you tell someone about something that you want to do before you do it. Your brain gets the appreciation for it, so it makes it harder to do it because now there's the pressure. People are asking where it is, but I'm trying to fight through that. I mean, it's essentially done. It's just the little things, and the little things that need to be cleaned up are just first time things. Like once those little things are cleaned up, then
it will go a lot.
You can throw it on. It's a template. You can throw it on every episode. So
right, and I personally don't like applying too much pressure because I don't want this to turn into just another job. You know what I mean?
like burnt out.
Yeah. Well, it's not even like a quality thing. It's more like, hey, man, you okay? Did you play the newest Call of Duty last night? You know what I'm saying? You know, like we're still people at the end of the day. We got to maintain a good work-life balance.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like I was planning on sketching more on the logo last night, but like that Wo Long was pretty fun. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
What is it called? Wo Long?
I want to try
it's
that.
literally called
really
Wo
bad,
Long, bro.
Like
You said
whoa
that.
long.
Yeah,
Really?
literally that. Yeah, but it's I can't explain it, bro.
Is that an
it's
Xbox
fucking
only
fire.
game or is it?
Well, it's on Game Pass, but I don't really
okay.
know if it's an exclusive.
Sure.
But
I'll have to look into that.
yeah,
Sounds pretty dope.
if you guys want to play, we could run some shit tonight. You know what I'm saying?
I'm down.
But
If it's on other consoles, I got a PlayStation and a
Nerd.
PC. Yeah, I know. Hey,
it's all good though.
PlayStation's dope though.
PlayStation is dope.
Stay on your
PS5,
side.
bro, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, stop the violence,
Dude,
bro.
yeah, we got Spider-Man.
Like, you know what?
Dude,
PlayStation and Xbox can peacefully coexist in the same house if you want, bro.
If I could own them both, I would.
Same.
There's not really a reason for me to buy the Xbox, spend the $400 on it, because I have.
Whoa, okay, wait. They haven't been like $400
All right, fair
in
enough,
like
fair enough.
months.
It's
now.
still like more than 100.
Yeah,
It's
all
still
right,
like
fine.
a couple.
All right, fine.
But like, well, like the Series X is what 300, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's 500.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought the Series
Nuh-uh.
X, because there's a Series S that's like 200 or 300.
250.
Yeah, that-
300,
okay, yeah, that was
300
like
for
But
the
like
S.
the top tier that's like equivalent with the PS5 is still 500. I thought, but
Yeah, I guess. But if you're not gonna play it as often as the PS5, you might as well just get the Series S.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I
because it
don't.
still counts as next
It's
gen.
really
You can
only
But
still
at the
get the
same
next gen
time,
games.
at the same time, Xbox has like made their culture so much that if I just go buy a PC, I can get every single exclusive they'll ever release on PC.
Then why not just play it on PC, bro?
You're right. You're
just,
right.
Just hop on the long.
If it. Whoa.
Whoa, hey, yo.
Hey man,
Hey,
after your
yo.
whole ass story about insertion and watching it happen.
And
I'm not
why was
trying
it
to-
bloody? Yeah, I don't know. That's
No.
is it like a pretty like next gen game though? Because like my PC currently probably couldn't run it.
I
that well.
mean, not really.
Or is it like
I mean,
cartoonish in a way?
mine's on it. It's not really. I don't know. It runs fine on my Xbox One.
That's fair.
It's like I think it's an Elite or whatever, but like it
Sure.
runs pretty good.
That's fair.
I haven't had any issues, but
I
I
can
got
probably
the
figure
Ethernet hookup though.
Oh.
That's probably the only difference.
Yeah. Oh, I got you.
Clutch.
Too,
Yeah,
so.
so that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah, this is a very gaming.
It is, yeah.
That's okay. We're
that
just,
does bring me to one thing I wanted to talk about.
what's up, baby?
I don't know if anyone else suffers from this, but I have this odd condition where I cannot be good at more than one or two things at a time. Like if I hop off the Wo Long train for too long, I'm gonna be like, by the time I come back to it in like 2 months, like I could take all that time off. Because if I get off the Xbox, I'm off for like 2 months at a time.
It's like
Like
cereal.
I know.
You either eat it every day for 3 months or you don't touch
Literally.
it for 6.
Or you don't touch it. I
Yeah.
swear to God. And like as soon as I decide to come back to it, I'm gonna be trash, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be left behind by all my, because like my homie, he's not gonna stop playing it.
Right.
That's like
He's off
gaming
that
is
2K
his
train.
hobby. That's what I'm saying. Like after he got banned on 2K, but after that train sailed, he was like just playing RPGs and shit. And like since that's his grind, by the time I like if I go to focus on my art for a little bit, I'm gonna be ass when I come back, bro. It was the same thing with Halo. I got my ass
that
whooped.
I heard you last night. You're like, oh shit,
fuck, god damn it.
Is that just with games in general or anything that you're good at?
That's
like,
damn near
You
anything.
find that with your art if you take too long off it?
Okay, art, since it's been the one thing I've been doing the longest, as long as I stick to the style that I'm most familiar with, that will never go away. But like
it's muscle memory.
Yeah, it's basically muscle memory at this point. But like
feel that.
but like for the logo, since I haven't been practicing, since I took a while off practicing logos, it's the reels are kind of rusty again.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even take that long, but I think it's maybe just like a squirrel brain ADHD thing. But like
it's probably like just
like
the muscles essentially. It's just muscle memory. Like even if it's like your brain and like skills in there, it's like, well, if you don't use it that often, you'll get rust. Like you'll still be there. Like I feel that way with guitar a lot, and I've actually been playing a lot more guitar recently, and I noticed that like, wow, I've just been picking it up for like 20 minutes every night, and like I'm already like a lot cleaner than I was a little bit ago. And like I'll do this like every couple of months. Like I'll play consistently, and I'll get really good. I'll get back to my prime to where I'm like I'm hitting it, and then I won't touch it for 8 months. And like, and I'm like, well, I can play the open chords. Okay, it's weird. Like I don't forget it. Like I can look at the fretboard.
It's riding a bike,
and I remember everything. Literally like riding a bike, but it's having my fingers actually do it. It's like, oh, missed that. Oh, that's buzzing. Oh, what am I doing? That and the calluses go away, so it starts to hurt if you don't consistently do it. But I've been playing a lot more, and I accidentally figured out how to play the Buried Alive intro by
You accidentally?
Yeah. I was fucking around with the riff for the theme song, and I just like kind of did a slide up. I was like, oh, that sounds like you know Buried Alive.
Yeah, the Avenged Sevenfold song.
You know that very first like slide is like do 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 do. Yeah. I'm not pitch perfect.
What about like even not driving a car for a long time? Have you ever done that and then tried to hop into your car?
It's never happened to me personally, but I definitely know people who've taken so long off or just haven't had a car for so long.
I have to drive. I can't.
When I had COVID for the first time, and I didn't drive anywhere for 3 weeks straight.
You know what?
And that second I hopped in my car, I was like, "What the fuck is it? Like,
what is this spaceship?
Where's the brake at? Where's the accelerator?"
See,
like,
I'm not that bad. The closest comparison I could probably draw is if I'm on a forklift all day. If I'm on a stand-up, because the sit-downs are like a car. Yeah. But the stand-up, you're moving with fucking a stick that goes back and forth, and then you're just spinning. So like it's super fun, whatever. But you're doing it all day, and you just get used to that. And like if I'm just zoning out doing that all day, I'll get off and I'll get in my car and go home.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, all right, time to, because I drive a manual too. I'm just like my brain just wants to rotate my shifter. I'm like, wait, that's not how this works. I got a clutch. It just feels weird. Like I can still do it. It's not like I'm crashing or like not knowing how to drive, but like it's a weird feeling. You're like, oh,
you ever switch from like a column shift to back to your stick shift?
Yeah.
And be like, you're like preparing to go in reverse and you turn your fucking windshield wipers.
I was driving a forklift one day and I had tried turning on the turn signal. I was like, oh fuck, I'm in reverse now.
It's also weird when I used to work at the post office, getting from a right-hand drive mail truck all day and getting into my left-hand drive car. It's like
you should have just got an import at that point, bro.
Supra?
Dude, it's expensive.
Okay, it's
like
not...
18. Okay, it's not. It's like $1,800.
Yeah, it's actually like if you just get a common, like we're assuming Japanese here. If you get like a common, just Civics are kind of iffy on the import market. I would kind of stay away from those just because they're so common. You don't really know everything about them. Like people could do this, people could do that, or like if you just want like a basic like regular ass car, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's your favorite import?
Like a car I would have to get from there?
Yep. That's a loaded question, I feel like.
Nissan S15. No competition.
Not a car guy. I have no idea what that is.
See,
but I'm interested.
I know there's like
I'll have to show you.
anything Honda for me, but I know that there's like I've been shown like a bunch of different Hondas that are exclusive to Japan that I've never even heard of.
Oh yeah.
like different like either like Civic like offshoots, like CRX offshoots from like the 90s, because I like the the late 90s stuff.
Get you a cappuccino, man.
Dude, things I've never even heard of. Like little is
Wait,
that,
no. No, wait, no. The cappuccino is a Suzuki, but
oh.
Honda has like, I think it's called a Beat. There's like, it's like a little
I know
espresso
what you're
car.
talking
You
about.
ever
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Dude, those things like
Like
it
a
makes you
smart car
wonder,
looking
right?
thing type?
Yeah, literally. Like, but like, I guess in Japan, that's just kind of how they always have been.
I mean, yeah.
Like,
You know what
they
I
make
want?
hella tiny
Dude,
cars.
you know what's crazy? What I learned about Japan, they're still like, because like their infrastructure for like cars aren't like, they don't. I think they do still sell brand new cars, but for the most
yeah.
part, it's mostly like 90s cars driving around, like 90s Corollas.
That's
just
kinda weird.
driving around everywhere because they don't die. Those cars
Yeah,
are
I mean,
so
yeah.
indestructible, and plus like they don't really have the rust problems like we do. I mean, maybe some places in Japan, but most places,
Very few, yeah.
yeah, I feel like
Does
no.
it snow there?
It does.
Yeah,
But
like,
I think that's more depending on the elevation,
Mm.
like the
Yeah.
mountains,
Like
than
up in the mountains,
than
they
it
get a
is
lot of
like
snow, I
we're
feel like.
just fucked in the Rust Belt. Is that because we're too far north of the equator? Is that why?
I'm
It
sure
could
that has
be.
an effect on it.
that kind of
They're
makes
also pretty
sense.
south of the equator. I mean, I guess I don't know fully where the equator is. Like, if I think like Central America, go across, Japan's still like down here, but then I guess Australia
Is
is
it,
even
though?
lower. I thought it was. It's hard to tell on a globe.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I would have to look at it.
So I think
That's one of those
Australia is still
proofreading things.
technically more south, and
Yeah.
Australia's hot as fuck. Is it actually the size of California?
I don't know. It looks like
Looking
it.
at it. Hold on, looking
On
at
a
it.
map,
right
well, the
now?
maps.
Maybe
it's hard
maybe
to tell by
California's
scale.
bigger.
I've never been to California, so I don't know how fucking big. I've driven through Illinois, straight down Illinois, and it takes fucking forever.
It takes
and
7 hours.
California's longer than that, so I imagine it's a lot bigger than it looks like. It's literally the entire West Coast, so it's got to be fucking
Damn
huge.
near. You still. Portland is still over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They chilling. They just legalize.
Portland and Seattle.
Or,
just-
Oregon, I mean.
yeah,
Like fucking bro. What they on in Oregon, bro? They
Crack?
like see that's the thing.
Actually,
they
yeah.
didn't
It's meth.
legalize anything. They decriminalized
Yeah.
it.
Out in Oregon, right?
Yeah.
and
Making sure.
I don't know if Washington did it too, but you could get shit so easily. But no, yeah, they're on meth out there. A lot of crack.
Yeah.
A lot of.
Well,
lot of
there's
meth.
a lot of
No,
homeless
seriously,
people. That's what it is.
I've been out
cool.
there. There's a huge like meth problem. It's really bad. Like you'll just see meth heads on the street.
Yeah, but
What
of
in
homeless people.
Oregon?
Not even just homeless people. Just yeah, in Oregon.
It's that big out there.
Yeah, because my dad's from Washington, Oregon, like the border.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I visited there like 10 years ago, and like I was in North Oregon, South Washington, because we would just cross the bridge all the time. And like yeah, there's a lot of just low income like trashy people down there. It's crazy. Beautiful area. Don't get me wrong. It's fucking pretty there, and I want to go there again with a consciousness because I was only like 13, and see it now. But I hear it's still pretty bad, especially with the whole decriminalized thing.
See, the decriminalization thing was like it was put in place to like try not to incarcerate so many people because like with
Makes
the
sense.
with the drug problem being as bad as it is, they didn't want. It's how much harder it is to get back on your feet once you've been inside. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like your chances at bettering your life are a lot worse if you're constantly being criminalized over it. The thing that you're
American
hooked on.
turnover system is fucking stupid.
But another reason they're decriminalizing all this other stuff is because like they want people to have better alternatives to like straight up meth. You know what I mean? Like there's like now they're probably gonna like since it's decriminalized out there, we'll probably see them start like psilocybin therapy and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think Colorado's already starting that. Like I think
I'm excited
California
about that.
too. There's some places that have gotten like actual like government approval for psychedelic therapy. 'Cause
Yes.
like it's been proven to actually like
And
work.
what is that? Psychedelic therapy.
I've been waiting to talk about this. Psychedelic. There's literally a whole subcategory of medicine for it now. It's like psychedelic assisted therapy.
Okay.
Or like PAT. There's since LSD is still like criminalized at the highest level, it's still
Schedule
like
1.
a Schedule 1, yeah.
Right.
It's unlikely we're gonna see that in any studies anytime soon, but like they're studying like psilocybin and shit, like straight up mushrooms and all that.
Okay.
They were testing it on like war veterans, and they were
have
saying it helped a
PTSD.
lot with their PTSD
Yeah.
and shit like that. You know what I
So
mean?
it's very beneficial.
It
to
literally-
some
it-
people.
Oh yeah.
How I kind of read about it is it's kind of what it does is it puts you in a state of like vulnerability and allows you to literally like so like the neurons in your brain like say that are like wired to your PTSD, it allows you to essentially re-experience that and rewire those into a more positive light, to where it literally allows
Okay.
you to heal. So when you come out of it, you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
these things happen. It's shitty, but like I'm past it. Like years ago, I'm okay. I don't need to have survivor's guilt or whatever. Like you literally change the like the structure
like
of your
having
brain.
realization moments in your. In
You
your
literally
head and-
change
Yeah.
the wrinkles in your brain,
Yep.
and like you think about it
That
differently.
is crazy.
It is,
What,
isn't it?
what
These are-
drugs can do for
These
people.
are literally studies that they were seeing in like the 70s and
Yeah.
80s before it got banned. The government was like, "Oh, I don't remember why," but they were like, rich people were like, "This is dumb. We need to we need to criminalize this." So it did. Same.
One of the
it's the same thing that happened
presidents-
with weed.
One of the presidents ended up blaming like rebellion,
Yeah.
like the general rebellion of the status quo. People were blaming that on psychedelics and like the whole free spirit kind of image. So they just criminalized it all and
Yep.
like put psychedelics in the highest category of
Dude, we're living in a
criminalization.
boomer's world.
Still.
Like still
I mean, it's cracking a little bit, but
a little bit. I mean,
there's still some.
weed is still federally illegal, which is dumb in my opinion.
Yeah.
Even if you don't partake, like it's clearly like beneficial to so many people, and if you don't like need it, then don't take it. You know, still, I
swear to
think you
God.
should still have your restrictions on like OWIs or whatever. Don't operate anything. That makes sense. But it's
Sure,
the same
yeah.
thing as alcohol. Why is alcohol so fucking amazing and everyone is okay with it? But you can get DUI. So there are tons of consequences for not, following, the rules, and
Yeah, right.
a lot of people are still gonna do it, but whatever. But like those are rules. Like you break the rule, you get jail time. Like that
Right.
makes sense. It should be the same thing. So like, all right, you get an OWI, you get high and you drive, you get caught. All right, you should get a consequence for that. That makes sense. But if you're just using it to like, I don't know, help your pain or help you sleep,
Yeah.
it's a lot better for you than alcohol. But
Yeah.
you can buy that in every fucking corner store, especially
doesn't seem
in
fair.
Wisconsin. Oh my god,
It's not fair.
it's not.
I'm gonna go on strike. It should be legal.
Good luck with that. It should be,
Hey.
but
We're moving forward.
okay. I mean,
We're taking baby steps.
are we?
Mhm.
I think so.
We are. It is getting like the laws are getting walked back like locally in a lot of places.
Yeah, it's just like I think we're waiting on our state right now, but pretty much every state surrounding us is either recreational or medical.
Yep.
And a lot of
take a guess what state we're from.
Wisconsin. I've already said it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
He said it earlier.
You did?
I said it multiple times. Yeah.
Thank you.
Little explosion there as well. But I think instead of, I think if we're talking about like drug war, I think if you want to win that, you shouldn't just try to ban everything. You should offer decent rehab for like hard substances, like
Yeah.
opioids and shit like that. But then also for the stuff that people are going to get no matter what, like marijuana or even psychedelics, you should tax it, make it available, make it to where it's regulated to where if you're going to go buy it, it's not laced, it's not tainted,
Right.
it's been, it was regulated, it's good, it's safe, and you pay for it, it gets taxed. More government money. I don't understand why they don't
Yeah,
get that.
like,
I really don't get it.
As much as we have to pay in taxes already, bro, like, why not just legalize weed and put a tax on it? Because
That's what
like
I'm saying.
they're missing out on like billions,
It's-
not even like
It's
millions,
an opportunity.
like billions.
I read something that it's like Wisconsin specifically is losing like I don't remember how much exactly, but it was at least a 2-digit million number every year that we're losing for people going to Illinois and buying marijuana. Like,
Dude,
'cause people are just
Illinois
gonna
is
do
so
it.
taxed, bro.
No, yeah, Wisconsin's losing millions of dollars because people are just gonna get it anyways.
Is it like just Illinois, or like is that including Michigan and Missouri now that it's legal there?
I think it was surrounding states. So
Okay, yeah,
it's probably
'cause-
Michigan and Illinois. Just the two.
Yeah, that'd be the two biggest. Yeah.
But even still, like say if it's like 14 million, that's still like 7 each. You know, that's millions of dollars that they're losing.
Yeah, that just ends up like
Put that back into our roads. Come on,
I swear
bro.
to God, like you ever been on an Illinois highway?
Dude.
Oof. A
That
bunch of
shit's
cornfields and
smooth.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, their toll system.
You ever
helps
been to
with
my
that a lot.
driveway? It's bad.
It's fucking atrocious, man.
Yeah. But it's
I
crazy.
mean, it gives a lot of opportunity for like if it was legal federally, a lot of jobs
Mhm.
for
Hell
one.
yeah.
A lot of people with medical issues
Mhm.
could benefit their daily lives and how they sleep even. And I can't think of another reason.
It's just good.
That's all I got right now.
It's good all around.
Yeah.
It's good all around. But
I mean, it makes
Y'all are
every
missing
single
out.
time better. So,
it's true. It's very true.
you know, just chilling with the boys.
I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Right.
I'm
What do you
ready.
think about what are your thoughts on confidence?
We all lack it
Do we?
In certain
in
areas.
certain
sure.
areas. Yep.
Certain areas. Do you feel like how do you feel like confidence is gained? Is it more of a natural thing, or is it like because you see some people that are just charismatic and they're just confident?
Yeah.
Like say someone particular that we know, right? Sure, we can think of who.
Our boss.
Yeah, very, very, very charismatic, very
Mhm.
confident. Does not give a shit. How do you get that? I mean,
Through experience.
is it experience?
It's experience for sure.
Experience helps a lot. I'll say that.
If you're
much.
going into like,
I guess.
I mean, like us doing this podcast, I didn't have any confidence our first episode at all.
How do you feel?
literally
now?
none.
I feel great right now. Like I can just talk to the camera very smoothly.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm getting better every time I talk, and I'm coming up with better ideas every time we record. So
Okay, so
I think you just got to go through it just to.
let me
That's
break
how I
it
feel
in
about it.
between. All right, so there's confidence, like general confidence, to say like how you present yourself,
Right.
and then there's a confidence in an ability that you have. I
Mm.
would say, I guess you can argue for both, but I would almost say like for this, like podcasting, what we're doing now, is confidence in your ability to like perform, I
Mm.
guess. But I feel like say like confidence in yourself, like your self-esteem is like different. So say like, okay, I have some decent confidence with like say playing guitar or editing and stuff, but like general confidence isn't very high sometimes. How do you work on like the more general stuff, you think?
like even talking to people. Or,
Yeah, like
okay.
shyness or just
I feel
being
like
able to raise your voice.
right.
Because I find that I can do it very easily when it's in a setting I'm comfortable, like this. Like I love doing this. I can do it. But like if there's like at work or
Right.
doing other things, like I just that's hard. Or just thinking highly of yourself even too.
For me, I think
Like am I even
stopped
actually good at what
I
I'm
stopped
doing?
caring what people thought.
Okay.
That's a big thing for me. I used to care so much what everybody thought about me. I always thought everybody's looking at me and like
Mhm.
just checking me out. No, they're
Not in a
not.
good way.
They're in their own head too. But
That's facts.
I think you just gotta say fuck it, because who cares? It's your life. Why wouldn't you be confident in your own life?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I think instead of thinking why, think why not. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean that's pretty. That's a pretty simple way to put it, but like at the same time, it's not too much more complicated than that. Like some people are born with it, some people have to develop it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was another thing. Is like how are some people just born with it? You think it's like a nurture versus nature thing? Like their parents or whatever?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
probably.
They're raised in?
I mean, trauma
that.
could have something to do with that too.
It
That's true.
definitely
That can
does.
hinder a lot
Yeah.
of confidence.
Yep.
I feel that.
So like nature. There's also nature and nurture, but like
Sure.
I feel like from a nurture standpoint, if when you were a kid you were put into a lot of different situations that didn't get too comfortable with things,
Yeah.
then like
That's your
you
norm.
probably that's like your norm. You
Yep.
probably have a hard time forming attachments to certain things. So like
Sure.
why not just be yourself? Because like what's the point? You know what I mean?
I guess
What's the
that's-
point if you're not going to get attached to anything around
Sure.
you?
I guess that's kind of why working a retail job is nice too, because you can kind of have that interaction with people that you like. You're forced to. Like, you want to get paid, you got to talk to these people. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah,
guess that can help a lot too.
That's the thing about retail though. Like retail can either increase your confidence or utterly destroy it, just based on how you're received by the general public.
What do you mean? Side note: the mango one is the best so far. It's pretty good.
Well, it's pretty stereotypical. Have you ever seen a Walmart worker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in their own brand, like, or their own. There's a very specific category of Walmart worker.
You know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
You go there, like the guy or girl that just doesn't talk to people at all. They're just like stacking stuff on the shelf, not talking to anybody. When anybody comes up for a question, they don't know how to answer it.
Would you consider like a shelf stocker still a retail position?
I mean,
yeah. People
considering how many stalkers I had to go around at Walmart this morning, I mean, I had to interact with quite a few of them, so
Alright, that's
I'd
fair.
say it's
That's
still
fair.
pretty social.
That's fair. Yeah, I used to work at Sam's Club, and I was a produce stocker. But here's the thing: I was 18 years old, and I had just moved to. Oh, excuse me, these seltzers are very burpy. I just moved to Florida, and from my hometown, it's not a very culturally diverse area, put it that way.
Yeah.
So in Florida, being this produce stocker at Sam's Club, having to fucking sort bananas, people would come up to me and like ask me a question, and like, sure, I might have been new, not knowing where things are in the store, or whatever. I might not know the answer to a question.
Right.
I would not know what they're saying sometimes because I was not I was not used to the accents. Like, I was not used to people of like, because there was like a lot of Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, the Latino American community
and
is
like they have like a very
dense out there.
thick like accent because they don't really speak English that much, and I'm like, I was not trained to that at all. I never really experienced that before, so I felt like such an asshole. I was like, I'm sorry, what? And like that really like hurt my confidence a
But
lot.
you see, it's okay to ask questions too.
That's true.
It's totally okay. You can ask 100 questions.
See, it hurt my confidence because I asked them like 3 times. I'm like, what? And then they would just get flustered and walk away. I'm like,
You can't.
hey, Steven, man, like, can you help? But it's crazy. I've definitely come a long way since then. But I don't know. I think confidence is something that you never stop building.
No,
For sure.
of course not.
And it's like, it can almost be like a house of cards sometimes. Like, sometimes a layer falls down and you got to be very delicate and take your time with a non-shaky hand to rebuild it.
Sure, yeah, but
That makes
as long
sense.
as long as your house of cards has a stable foundation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's your sense of self down there. Like, don't let the whole thing collapse on
Yeah,
you because
don't-
of this one thing.
Don't bet it all on Frank Castle.
Yeah.
What? Repeat that.
Do you know who exactly Frank Castle is?
Yeah, I believe so.
Do you?
Oh, wait, no, I'm dumb. Fucking.
Hey, Sam.
I was about to say
yeah.
the
That's
Punisher.
the Punisher. Who the
Yeah, I
fuck
was
am I
about to
thinking?
say.
You just turkeyed me.
I'm thinking of Kevin Spacey. What was his? Wasn't his name also Frank something?
I didn't watch that. You're talking about the show House of Cards. I didn't watch that.
Kevin Spacey, don't bet it on.
Yeah.
Why did I fucking say Frank Castle? I know who Frank Castle is.
What about The Last of Us?
It's
How do you
so
guys like
good.
that show?
Dude, it's so good.
I'm super stoked for the season finale tonight.
Oh, that's tonight.
Yeah.
Is it the season finale tonight?
Yeah.
I thought we had 2 more episodes.
Well, we might. I don't know. I just
think we had
heard
2.
I just heard Bella Ramsey was telling us that like a lot of people are not gonna like. This last episode is gonna divide the audience in half. Is what
Really?
she said.
The last
Ooh.
episode or tonight's episode?
The season finale. I don't
Okay.
know if that's tonight or next week, but I'm hoping it's next week so we
fact
have
check
one more
that.
episode.
I think I read, because tonight should be, I don't want to spoil it. Tonight should be, no. If I'm remembering the story right, because I've played the game,
right.
we should have 2 episodes. tonight is going to be a fucked up episode. I know that much. It's going to.
Well, I mean, that's a safe assumption. That's been a safe assumption for this whole show so far.
That's true. But this episode in particular is
Next Sunday is the season finale.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
thank
thought. Okay.
We got
But
one more.
tonight's episode is going to be fucked. I don't know how fucked they're going to put it on screen, but
It's gonna be fun.
From
something,
the game. From the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what's going to happen.
Don't spoil
I
it for
won't.
me.
But something that I did find cool, because at the end of every episode, they give you like a little preview of next week's episode.
Yeah.
I did notice, I don't know what his role is, but one of the guys that I just recognized him because I know his face. I don't know what character he plays, but it's Troy Baker, the original voice actor for Joel in the game.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I'm excited to see. Oh, and the guy that in a couple episodes in the Sam and Henry episode, the big beard guy that was like that bad girl's fucking like assistant.
Yeah, I know what
right
you're
hand.
talking about.
He was the original voice actor for Tommy in the game, Joel's brother.
I did not know that.
Fun fact.
That's pretty cool.
It's really cool that they're bringing in like a lot of the original actors just to like be a part of it still, which is cool.
Yeah.
Last episode was Ellie's backstory, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
I was just
that
trying to
last Sunday.
remember.
Yeah, we're all caught up then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that was pretty much entire Last of Us spoilers. But that was when we
Click
learned.
off if you don't want to hear it. I guess.
We learned how Ellie was bitten
Yeah.
for the first time, and her friend Riley, which is actually that episode is the DLC of the first game.
Yeah, I kept seeing that in like Facebook comments. People were like, "This was just a DLC. We didn't even need this episode." Yada yada
People were
yada.
complaining. Really?
I liked it.
Yeah,
I didn't like it, but I liked
I
it.
mean, sure, it was one of those filler episodes, but like
It was needed.
It was I mean, it's
Yeah.
literally the DLC, sure, but it literally was just the point of the DLC was to fill in what happened. Now the
it's
only
giving
difference,
context, bro.
the only difference is in the game, it jumped more, so like you were actually Ellie more trying to find supplies to help Joel, and they didn't really show it that much in the show,
Right.
but they didn't really need to
Mm-hmm.
because the other things that Ellie is doing with Joel being injured is going to happen in tonight's episode, which I won't say.
nice.
But yeah,
Well, she stitched him up. So
yeah. So he's still like hurt. So like by this episode, so there's gonna, I can't wait. It's gonna be really good.
Yeah, I just
This episode's not going out till like 2 months.
No, yeah, I'm not spoiling it.
It's
for
all
you
right.
guys,
It's
not
all right.
them.
It's all right.
If you've played
Oh, yeah, you're right.
you've played the game, you know what's about to happen. And I'm excited to see how they bring it to the screen. They've done a lot of everything else that they've done in the game. Putting it on screen has been good. So, but I know they've been diverging and giving us more context to a lot of things. So I'm really curious how it's going to differ. But you boys have any closing thoughts? Episode 3 is we just kind of blew right by, didn't it?
yeah. I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna not delete it, but I think I'm gonna be a lot less on Facebook. All I'm really seeing is like complaining and shit. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I actually like the Ant-Man movie quite a bit.
Right.
It definitely
I heard-
had some things to improve, but
I
like,
heard nothing but bad things about that show.
see, that's what I'm saying.
still
and
haven't
honestly,
seen
it
it.
prevented me from going to see it in theaters.
I mean, if
I mean, I
it
haven't found the
depends how
time
you go
to,
into
but
it. Yeah.
But I'm with you. I like having my own opinions on things.
Yeah, and it's not even so much that like
Maybe
I
I'll go
don't
see it on
want to see
Tuesday.
anything. Yeah, I mean I won't say it's a Tuesday movie because that makes it seem like it's shitty as fuck. But like
Yeah.
it's a fun time. It's a Marvel movie for
Right,
fuck's
but
sake.
we might as well see it. you know?
Yeah, you might as well see it. If you're gonna see it and you don't want to set your expectations too high, then sure, go on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
$5 Tuesdays. I don't know if other places do that, but
They
around
did.
here, it's $5.
At least in the Midwest they do.
in the Midwest, yeah.
But
You guys have that
Yeah.
membership card
I do
No.
not.
for
No.
theaters?
you talk about Stubs or whatever? Because there's like the program or AMC or whatever.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, maybe we don't have AMC. I won't say the exact theater chain that we have, but they have like their own rewards card that I use.
Oh yeah, okay.
And
You actually use it?
Yeah, I mean, I order a lot of my tickets on the app these days,
Sure.
just because it's easier just to get your seat, and then it's in my like Apple Wallet,
Oh,
so I could just show it, and I don't, But no, it's nice because like a lot of times I'll be like, because you spend so much at the movies anyways,
right.
like every like other or every third fucking movie I go see, I have like $5-10 off.
nice.
Just because like rewards either on a ticket or popcorn, and it's just like I thought it's really worth it. I mean, it's free. It's just you sign up with your email or something, your phone
Right.
number. So, but Keegan, you have any closing thoughts?
Anybody's trying to fuck with you, tell them to kick rocks.
Pal.
Hell yeah.
Wait,
Hell yeah.
kick rocks, pal.
Yeah.
Gotta add that at the end.
I thought you were gonna say if anyone's trying to fuck, hit me up.
Hey, yo.
Hey. Just comment down below.
My closing thought is if you get the Bud Light Seltzer, the mango is the way to go. This definitely is the less spicy, less like sour, like water tasting. It just tastes like mango. It's good. It's not too over bubbly either. It's my recommendation.